My name is Rick Scholten. I work at East Bay Municipal Utility District. I'm an associate electrical engineer in the OpNet group. Basically, that's the SCADA group. And what we do is work with engineering and various other departments to make sure that the district can interface to all the facilities essentially remotely or from the administration building. So we're here today at the Madison pumping plant, which is one site that's been rehabilitated, and we're in the process of testing the new communications that we've put in place for this facility and testing these points back to the administration building downtown so that they can control and monitor this facility from the administration building. So in the water industry, instrumentation is a core component of how we do business. We have pressure transmitters that give us information on line pressures. We have level transmitters that give us indication of how much water we have in tanks and reservoirs. We have flow meters to indicate flow rates going in the various pipelines and which direction that flow happens to be going. We have alarms in all the pumps and other systems to indicate over temperature, vibration, electrical overloads and things like that, and that all feeds into our SCADA system, and all those points are monitored by our SCADA system, and alarm set points are configured on these values, whether they're just on-off status switches or analog pressure, temperature type signals, and this information is all relayed back to a central location. So why don't we go inside into the Madison pumping plant, and I'll show you where our group gets involved on a project like this. What you see back here, this is the control panel for this facility, and this is where our group basically gets tied into this whole process. So what we've got here is an RTU, remote terminal unit, and that connects into this modem here, which ties into a leased line that goes back to the phone company, and then from there it ties back into our administration building. What you see here are a number of PLCs, which stands for Programmable Logic Controller, and each one of these is dedicated to one of the pumps here, and it ties in a number of instrumentation points and control points. This is just a basic laptop, but I have it tied into a network switch back in the panel, and I'm looking basically at the PLC program for one of the controllers, one of the PLCs that ties into one of these pumps. So I'm able to look at that logic. What I'm also able to do is, what I brought up here, this is our SCADA system, which is actually the same screens that the operators back at the administration building have access to. And so what it allows us to do is have all our tools here so that we can test everything out before we roll this out to the operators. So it's our little remote command center here. And it lets us do everything here, test it all, and once that's all tested, then we'll turn it over to operations and let them take over.